Hey, lady, are you in St. Louis by chance? Well, join me for a speed dating event on April 21st at 6 p.m. It's a great way to start your Sunday night off right with smitten singles at the Golden Hoosier. When you arrive, make your way up the stairs where you'll be greeted by me and the co founders of Smitten Singles. Grab a name tag, check in, and enjoy conversation with other singles prior to the speed dating rounds. Feeling a bit nervous? Don't worry, we have you covered. You can strike up a conversation with me to help calm your nerves or get some quick speed dating advice. When it's time to chat one on one with other singles, Smitten has left fun conversation prompts at your table in case you get stuck. Once all the rounds have completed, you turn in your matches and then you mingle with other singles you connected with. Tickets are required and can be purchased through Eventbrite. Because you listen to this podcast, you can save $10 by using code Molly at checkout. I will be including the link in the show notes. I cannot wait to see you there. Hey there, lady. My name is Molly Conley, and I'm devoted to helping women reinvent their love lives. Whether that's after divorce, dating on and off the apps, or in their committed relationship. Why? Because I've been there. I'm a former college athlete who filed for divorce 3 years into marriage, swam in the online dating pool into my late 30s, and now I'm married to the man of my spreadsheet dreams who I met 4 months before the world shut down. As a dating and relationship coach, I help my clients build a foundation filled with clarity, connection, and confidence, knowing Mr. Right is worth waiting for. Each week on the podcast, I'll bring you love life insights and savvy guests where you will receive the courage to release programmed limiting beliefs, discover patterns and behaviors restricting you from finding and attracting quality men, and ways to choose yourself first so you can build a foundation for a healthy relationship with yourself and a partner. Hey there, lady. Welcome back to Reinventing the Arena podcast. I don't know about you, but I am loving these first few weeks of spring. Flowers are blooming. We have adorable baby robins peeking their heads out of a nest from, an area in our backyard. And the temperatures are finally holding steady, at least in the 50s ranging maybe to the 60s in the morning. It's great. So, moving into our new home is shifting our perspective on a few things, and that includes how we are spending our time. We are enjoying, time at home, but we're still exploring our new to us neighborhood. So over the weekend, we went to a very popular Mexican restaurant, and they have plenty of seating inside, but they have this amazing patio. There's at least, 6 booths and 8 tables with umbrellas, all of which were full at 6 p.m. on a Saturday. We had the opportunity to sit on their rooftop where they had maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 tables with umbrellas. We loved the entire experience and we cannot wait to go back. Sometimes we just need one area of our lives to have a shift, and that will completely change our perspective and our energy. And I'm not just saying like chips and salsa or sitting on a rooftop changed any sort of perspective, but it was energetically amazing for us to just have a new sort of experience in St. Louis that we haven't had the chance before. And this is true in your love life as well. So, on the last day of our move, I saw something of Brad's that made me laugh. It was this large magnetic sign that he used to have. I think it was on his fridge in his apartment when we first started dating. And later we put it on our washing machine in our apartment. And it says, "Beauty is in the eye of the beer holder." And I was flooded back to memories of my early 20s, going out with my girlfriends and, having a few drinks and then looking down the bar and instantly thinking like, that guy is so hot. Or watching my friends talk endlessly to a guy at the bar and exchange numbers to only realize he either didn't look anything like she remembered or what he said didn't match up later on. So we kind of have these moments as women, but it also happens to men too, where your goggles, because it's alcohol, distorts your perception your reality for a few hours. But what if you're already walking around experiencing life, especially your love life with beer goggles on? And what if it's up to you to remove them? When you challenge your perception of dating, of a relationship, of what love looks like for you, you begin to remove the layers of the beer goggles. Your perceptions of dating, relationships, love, and what you want in your love life really come down to what you believe is true. And I've mentioned this before in other episodes, like on my Instagram, but they really come from your programming, meaning what you were taught about love and relationships in your childhood. And teaching isn't only what you were told by your parents, but it was how they modeled their relationships, um, how couples interacted with each other on TV shows that you watched growing up, and maybe even how the kids in school, treat each other when they were dating, or if they didn't like someone having a crush on them, all that sort of thing was how you learned, to date, how to interact with the opposite sex, how to um, have a relationship, or even what love was really like for you. So when you challenge your perceptions, you are exposing your stories, your experiences, and looking at them in a new perspective with a new lens. Plus, there's different types of perspectives to challenge. The one I see a lot of coaches talk about is limiting beliefs, but there's also assumptions, interpretations, and your inner voice, which can sometimes align to that inner child work you probably hear a lot about. If you've done this work before, you may have reframed a thought about a belief, assumption, interpretation to come up with a new thought that was more logical or positive. While reframing your thought is a great first step, it's not going to help you long term. It can keep you in a state of toxic positivity where you really don't learn what is causing you to have this thought. When you have a thought, it is tied to an emotion and a sensation in your body, whether you feel it or not. Your brain can handle all these reframes and continue down this path, but your body knows. It will feel uncomfortable until you can no longer stand repeating this hypothetical positive reframe. This is why you keep yourself stuck in the same dating patterns or even relationship patterns. You haven't exposed yourself to what is going on underneath all of these patterns. So, if you are curious about, dating patterns or relationship patterns that I'm talking about, return to podcast episodes 28 and 31, and they're called What Are Your Dating Patterns, Part 1 and Part 2. Once you know what your dating patterns are, you'll notice how you're sabotaging yourself in relationships. Having this information at your fingertips is so important. You're able to see the layers on those beer goggles I was talking about. So now that you have the awareness of those layers, you can start practicing to remove them. As you remove them, you develop a new level of clarity around what you want in your love life, including what you are looking for in a partner. So, let me give you a personal example. Before I did my own inner work, I was stuck in the self sabotaging behavior of uprooting. So, uprooting sabotaging behavior is basically going from one relationship to the next, possibly within a few weeks of each other, of the one, ending. I always thought that the problem was the guy and that the next one would turn out to be better or, like the one. I had also, because they don't usually just become by themselves, I also had another sabotaging behavior and it was people pleasing. And part of my issue with people pleasing looks like being the savior or the fixer in a relationship. So, what does that look like? Here, you try to help someone see the potential in themselves or have them see the potential of what the relationship could be. You stay in relationships too long, hoping that the guy changes his mind or makes changes that you've asked for. But over time, he goes back to what he was doing, and you stay frustrated in the relationship. I constantly dated people who needed saving. I thought that if I helped them see their potential, They would fall head over heels for me and we would be together forever. And I'm gonna be really open here. Like, that's how my first marriage happened. This thinking for my relationships after my divorce gave me a fantasy life, a hypothetical goal for the relationship, which only gave me a false sense of love and validation as a partner. The only person who needed saving in these relationships was me, and I was the only person that was going to be able to do it. I had to see through the glasses on repeat to notice my patterns, to feel heartbreak after heartbreak, to finally break down and ask myself, how the fucking hell did I get here? Honestly, how did I do that? I have had clients tell me in the past that they have a bad picker, that they always attract the wrong type of guy. This is only true because it's what happened in the past. It's a chapter in your life, and the next one starts right now. It's your choice on how you write your next chapter. It's your choice how you want your story to unfold. You are the only person writing it. You are the main character in your love life. So why not make it what you want? So why not challenge yourself to break down these layers of the beer goggles, to challenge your dating and relationship patterns, to challenge your self-sabotaging behaviors? All so you can have a love life where you leave the chaos behind and end the frustration once and for all. So you can have a love life filled with peace, joy, fulfillment, and satisfaction. Why not? So, lady, I challenge you to start removing the layers, to challenge the perspectives, to discover your dating patterns and sabotaging behavior so you too can live a peaceful love life. Like I said, go back and listen to those dating patterns episodes. I'll link them in the show notes as well. But if you want hands on help with these while developing the clarity of what you want in a partner, then I invite you to join me inside my Man of Your Spreadsheet Dreams course. It's a 6-week live course starting Wednesday, May 15th. Full details will be available on my website soon, but for now, you can join the waitlist. Oh, and if you're new around here or catching up from old episodes, my one and only spreadsheet is how I not only found and met my husband, but knew he was the man I was going to marry within a few weeks of meeting him. My spreadsheet consists not only of qualities of a man, but they're related and aligned to my love life vision, which I get to live out every single day with my husband. Each week, I will teach you part of my process, strategy, and methodology of the Man of Your Spreadsheet Dreams. You will have homework to do each week so that you can do the work on your own and implement the next step when we meet. You will also learn how manifestation is incorporated within the spreadsheet so you can do that as well. We will have live coaching opportunities, Q&A sessions, and I will be around Monday through Friday to answer your questions as they come up. Plus, if for some reason you cannot make a live session, they will be recorded and you can return to them as needed. So, if you are a person who wants help uncovering these patterns and behaviors, someone who wants real clarity on who she wants to be with long term, someone who wants to implement my process, strategy, and methodology of how I met my unicorn of a husband, someone who wants help with execution, practice, and accountability in their dating life, then get on this waiting list. Like I said, we start May 15th. All right, lady, if you enjoyed this episode or just the podcast in general, please leave a review. You can leave a star rating if you listen on Spotify as well. They really do help other people find the show when they're searching for recommendations or specific episodes. You can also share this episode with a friend who needs to hear this as well and spread the word. Have a wonderful rest of your day, lady. Next week, I have Brad joining me for a couch conversation, which will be our 100th episode. I cannot wait. I will chat with you then. Thank you for joining me on the Reinventing the Arena podcast. I'm your host, Molly Conley, a dating and relationship coach devoted to helping women reinvent their love lives. Tap the subscribe button so you never miss out on an episode. You can always find me on Instagram at Reinventing the Arena, or you can learn more by visiting my website, reinventingthearena.com. And know this, I 100% believe there is a man out there for you. There's no better time than now to believe it too. You can always reinvent your love life, lady, filled with clarity, connection, and confidence. Just take it one choice at a time. Enjoy the rest of your day, and I will chat with you again soon.